Welcome back, everyone. Just want to give a quick life update on my end. A few weeks ago, I announced that I would be making my return to high school athletics in order to have one more season of eligibility, and announced that I'd be having some very minor and reasonable demands as to what it would take for me to get back onto the field. I haven't gotten any updates from coaches, no phone calls, no contacts, so just want to make sure that my information is very clearly pasted on this screen right here so you can reach out to me and we can form some sort of a deal. But there's been some recent news in our American judicial system that makes me think that my return might be easier said than done. You see, recently a handful of eligibility cases have received their decisions, and they weren't necessarily good news for those who are trying to continue their amateur careers. See, both Charles Bediako and Joey Aguilar were denied preliminary injunctions, and Ole Miss quarterback was given another year of eligibility, but the circumstances of his case are so unrepeatable that it makes me feel like the floodgates to get back onto the field for anyone to just sue the NCAA might not be as easy as we thought. These cases have been landmark trials in collegiate athletics and will likely shape the way that the rules for roster eligibility and how you can construct certain things moving forward will be done. Now, obviously cases as important as this one are going to be talked about ad nauseum by talking heads or analysts or anyone else, but there's kind of been a headline that's been swept under the radar that no one's really talked about, and it's frankly something I never thought we'd see. The NCAA is the media darling now, or at the very least, we have people cheering for the American legal system to rule in the favor of the NCAA. Guys, people are excited and fingers crossed that the NCAA will win a court case against its players. I don't think we're understanding how wild that is. I mean, I can't be the only one that remembers a time when the NCAA was one of the most hated organizations in America and the butt of every joke. I mean, there was an entire episode of South Park that implied the NCAA was modern slavery. Any suspension that the NCAA brought was overbearing. Any rule change was done to line its pockets and wasn't done out of the interest of players. Any investigations was biased or things like that everyone seemed to hate. Now the public is breathing a sigh of relief because the court cases are ruling in their favor. I can't think of a time that this has happened in anything else. Think of a time when an extremely powerful organization that ruled with an iron fist for centuries all of a sudden was so hated, started taking so many L's that the rest of the American public started cheering for it and hoping that it wins. Like, imagine a television series or a movie where there's a really big and bad evil bully who everyone hates, and the entire plot of that was built up to training and doing everything you could so that one day you could stick it back to that bully and give them what they rightfully deserve. And then you did. You started kicking the bully's ass, but only for us to realize, hey, wait a minute, you're kind of beating them up too much. I'm starting to sympathize with the bully now, to the point where we start cheering for them. We start hoping they win. Not because they're likable, but because the state that they're in is so sad and it's negatively affecting everyone else around them. And oh my God, the NCAA's Johnny Lawrence. All right, just forget everything I said about how this has never happened before. If you go watch the first Karate Kid in like an episode or two of Cobra Kai, you'll completely understand what I'm saying. And yes, that's a very, very obscure reference, but it makes sense, I promise. Right now, we have the unlikable protagonist. We don't think they deserve to win, and they definitely don't, but we kind of need them to, because if they don't, the things that we love and care about are going to keep getting shittier and shittier to the point where we don't recognize them anymore. So, as the legal battles between the NCAA and players continue to rage on, I would like to speak on behalf of all college football fans. Dear NCAA, we're on your side. Not because we like you or because we want you to win, but because we kind of need you right now. We hate the prison that we're in, but we also agree that the prisoners probably shouldn't run it as well. And that's what we're at risk of doing. And honestly, it'd be kind of an incredible story if the NCAA were to come back and take all the lessons learned and become a likable organization. Could you imagine how wild it would be if 5-10 years from now we say, wow, can you believe how much the NCAA used to be hated? And now it's one of the more revered organizations in the world. Now it's talked about how they saved college football, how the judicial system ruling on their side and the NCAA making enough rule changes made this sport better. So please, NCAA, you are the heroes of our stories right now, or rather the anti-heroes. So please just do the right thing, continue to win these court cases, and continue to fight the good fight, because college football, college basketball, and all college sports is depending on you. Although that might be daunting, it's kind of true. This has been the Kirby Report.
Say I love you.
Love you.